This is Tina from Tinaheals.com, and I'm super excited to be with you and do the tarot reading for the 12 astrological signs. So, before I get into starting the 12 signs, I want to give you a bit of astrological context. Please do read my article on my blog that's out, and it will explain in detail the energies you can expect for this super blue blood moon eclipse that's coming up on 31st of Jan. It is definitely the motifs from the Great American Eclipse that happened in August are going to be carried forth into this time zone, and there is a lot that's going on in terms of the astro, with Saturn moving into Capricorn in December. Jupiter in October moved into Scorpio, so lots and lots of shifts are happening. With the Capricorn stellium that happened, we have not seen so much Capricorn in a really, really long time. So there is so much of Earth activation that we are yet to understand the ramifications of this Earth energy. But Earth is yin, like Gaia, the mother. So there's the propensity for more compassion with Earth and water signs. So hopefully, also Uranus moving into Taurus, which is happening in May 2018. Things could get intense because Uranus is the disruptor and Taurus is a fixed sign that likes stability. So things could really be shaken up. There could be earthquakes, there could be other physical issues, depending, of course, on how your chart is being affected. But overall, times of change, times of tremendous metamorphosis for Gaia and for us, for individual souls, as well as for the collective consciousness. So now let us begin with the tarot reading for the 12 astrological signs. I'm not going to cut the video and make small ones. I'm just going to make one long video. Hopefully someone will put the time in the comment section, the timeline, and you will be able to access the time to when your sun moon ascendant begins. So the primary deck I will be using is Crowley Thoth Tarot. I received, for those of you that know me, I have just received my new deck, and my old one got stolen. I got missing in rather dubious scenarios, so I had to get a new one. And let us now begin with Aries, astrological sign of Aries. So I will be giving you a love message. I'll be giving you one card from the Crowley Thoth Tarot, and I will give you two clarifiers with the Mermaid Oracle, and your love oracle is, of course, Doreen Virtue's cards set. It's pretty much the standard go-to deck to go and find your love messages. So let's see how the shapes are. This is the Mermaid Oracle. I am going to make a video today also about all the decks I use, primarily the new ones I'm using, and the ones that you see me using a lot. Okay, I'm just going to discuss all that. Okay, so let us begin. Take a deep breath, and whenever you watch this video, if you're watching it live, or whenever you get the chance to watch this video, make sure to tune in. How do you do that? Breath work. I have told you that, so that's something you need to work with. Okay, Aries, sun, moon, or ascendant. I pay the most importance to the ascendant sign, but go ahead, do check your sun and moon as well. So Aries, what's going on with you? messages can we have for the astrological sign Aries? Okay. The High Priestess in reverse. This tells me, Aries, that at this point you're completely cut off from your intuition. Whatever crap is going down, you're not listening to your intuition. But this also tells me that something's been hidden. Something's been hidden from you. Maybe you've not acknowledged that part, or maybe you've not really delved into that. Or you've been avoiding it. Whatever it is, something's hidden from you, but will come to light. They say that ancients say that during eclipses things come to light. Okay, with full moon eclipses things are illuminated. They come to light. So Aries, something is going to come to light for you, and this is a time when you have to really listen to your intuition. Okay, now a clarifier from the that card pretty much just jumped out. Intuition, a very good way to work with your intuition would be to connect to nature, would be to connect to Gaia and the natural world. So Aries, since you are a fire sign, you often tend to become ungrounded. So grounding is a very essential key component in your soul development. Please understand that. In terms of your love life, Aries, what we have in terms of your love life, unrequited love tells me that this whole not being in touch with your inner compass is probably because you feel dejected. Maybe somebody is not paying attention to you and to your declarations of love or affections or whatever it is. But let's see what your oracle has to say about this. The mermaids, what have they to say? Time to move on. I mean, how symbolic is this? If it's unrequited love, that's taking away your inner internal compass, separating you from it. You know, then you need to move on. It's time to move on. Okay, Aries, please just don't hold on to whatever is not necessary. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, you're a sign that's going to come much into focus soon with Uranus's ingress into the second sign, which is Taurus, feminine, intuitive, ruled by Venus, loves beauty, loves sensual pleasures, loves a good meal. Make sure that you don't give into comfort eating, Taurus. That's something that I have seen could happen. You have a propensity for that, or overtly drinking, not in the Piscean way, but more enjoying the taste. Pisceans may drink to evade or escape from. The Taurians drink to enjoy that, the liquor, to enjoy the alcohol, to enjoy the sensual bodily pleasures. Okay, so Taurus, what is the message from Spirit for you this February 2018, Taurus? What is the message? Something needs to die, but you're not letting it die. You need to move on from something. You've got to see something to its natural end, but you're not letting that happen. You're not killing it. You're not allowing death. Death is a very natural process. You can't be scared of death, because with life there is always the inevitable truth of death. So life and death, night and day, are cycles that that consciousness in different forms has to experience. Talk about trees, talk about animals, talk about any sentient life. They experience cycles. The birth and death are inevitable. So whatever it is that needs to die, that needs to see an end, if a cycle has already wrapped up, Taurus, then let it go. Okay, let it go. From the Earth Oracle, Taurus, you're an Earth energy, so you will imbibe a lot of this Earth communion with Spirit. It's time to get spiritual. Oftentimes, Taurus and Capricorn get so bogged down by the material world because they are grounded earth energy that they forget that there is a whole metaphysical world out there. So get into communion with your instinctual self. The eagle is very much the soul of the shaman. So have a communion with whatever divinity means to you. If you subscribe to a particular ideology, use that, meditate on that, really understand the energy and the archetypes of everything that you subscribe to, believe in, because what you put out there comes back to you, and you're actually a beautiful part of a beautiful, intricately designed, interwoven universe. So Taurus, something has to die, and maybe it'll be painful, but then the spiritual practices could really come handy, and that is the time when you can really trust for your love life to take off. Trust not only, I know the Taurus has had a focus on relationships with the astro that's been happening in 2017, and things are going to be pretty intense, and the only thing you can do is, if you're in love with someone, you need to trust them, you need to open dialogue with them, you need to trust them, you need to be a friend before you can be just a lover. Okay, important, Taurus. Now, Taurus, what's your mermaid oracle? Wait. There is somebody who's going to come your way in your love life. You have to trust the process of the universe. Okay, wait and trust. Very important. Patience. You're good at patience, Taurus. You are like the ox. You root. You want to steadily progress. So yeah, should not be that hard for you. Okay, now Gemini, moving into the air sign of Gemini, masculine air sign of Gemini, talkative, chitter chatter, overt expressions of communication, often people with very good humors. One of my favorite astrologers, Deborah Silverman, is a Gemini, and she's quite a funny astrologer, and I love the way she does her gig, you know. So yeah, let's see what Gemini, but sometimes they may shift between two viewpoints, and they may not adhere to something strongly. So that's why people oftentimes think that Geminis are two-faced, but then again, that's just perception, right? Strength. And this is the Nine of Wands. Okay, Nine of Wands, fire. So Gemini, with the Nine of Wands, I see that a cycle is culminating, a creative cycle, and it could very well be something that that brings forth a lot of abundance. But somewhere you feel that that you've had to fight really hard, maybe for the last couple of years, and you've had to incessantly pursue, fight, but things were not quite turning out the way that, you know, they were meant to. Even in the original Rider and Waite, you will see the motif in Nine of Wands of a person having stacked up all the wands, and he holds one in his hand. That means that that work has happened. So you've done the work, Gemini. You have put out what you need to put out. You've done what you need to do, but there is still a fight left. And I would say that yes, there is something you need to place into the correct position. There's some endeavor that you need to embark upon. There's a completion that's about to happen, and it's big. And right now, no matter how difficult things could be, no matter how battered and bruised you are, have strength, Gemini. Have strength, okay? Now, let's see what your Earth Oracle has to say. Loki, come up on the bed. Or sit down. Okay. Oracle for Gemini, grounding. So even with Gemini, there's a propensity of, because they're air signs and they are constantly vacillating between this and that and that and this and moving and chatterboxing around, you might need grounding. So use whatever it is. You can use tourmaline, which is extremely efficient for grounding. You can do some shungite water, which is very amazing for every kind of cleansing, spiritual, mental, physical. Love yourself first. So what I see with this Gemini, that there is a sense of self-depredation. There's a sense of you blaming yourself for something. Maybe it has to do with this fight that you've had to put up with, this really intense issue that came forth, and it took a lot out of you. Okay, so you may have lost your grounding somewhere, and it could even mean that you are suffering from that sense of disconnection from yourself. Remember to give yourself love, Gemini. Okay, give yourself love, because love yourself first. It's very clear here. Let's see what your oracle says. Rest. So love yourself first. Take retreat if possible. Go into some nice yoga place or some nice location and just be with yourself. Ground with the trees around. Make friends. I do that. Anytime I travel, I always make sure to go and visit the trees, and I hug them, and I interact with them, and before I approach them, I humbly ask their permission to approach them. So this is very intense, a journey of self-exploration that you can take. So do that, and rest. Things can get very tiring and fatiguing, Gemini. So rest, get your rest, okay? Now moving on to the astrological sign of Cancer. Cancer, you are a water sign. You're the sign of the womb. You're the sign of the mother, feminine, mysterious, attractive, deep, a psychic. Cancer. So let's see what messages come through for you, Cancer. Wow, Hanged Man. So it's time for you to wait and be patient. There's something that you want, and you want it badly. Okay, you want it badly. I understand that you feel like you've waited, you feel like you've given it all, but things are just not moving, and you feel suspended, you feel constricted. But understand that this energy could be bringing to your focus the fact that all wait need not be a pain in the ass. Okay, you know that Odin hung in the tree of life for 9 days to get the magic of runes and alchemy. So he was blessed by the knowledge after he hung himself, crucified himself on the tree, on the world tree. Okay, so this, you can use this energy of wait, of delay, and you can learn, you can understand, you can get yourself prepared for what's coming, Cancer. Something big is coming, because the North Node and the South Node will be moving into your signs. Then you will be having the eclipses change the axis from Leo Aquarius polarity to Cancer Capricorn. So now we have an emphasis on Leo, which is the individual self, Aquarius, which is how we take our creative individual self to the global community, and Capricorn and Cancer will be home, hearth, family, and business. So these are all intertwined, interlinked ideas and things we have to work with, okay, Cancer. So use this opportunity of suspension. Things can be slow because of the eclipses, and because we've had a lot of stuff that's happened in 27, and it might have taken us a bit of time to recuperate. I've had clients of mine tell me that they don't even think it's 2018. I mean, the January is about to end. This is the last Saturday, and here we are contemplating on life and everything, and time just slips by. Time, a human construct, a linear construct. So use step out of that, this period of fallowness, stagnation, and create alchemy like Odin did. Okay, use this as a time to understand yourself. Use the suspension as a point of growth. Propel yourself with this energy. Okay, so right, Cancer, that's your oracle. Strength. So you have to have strength. Sometimes you may feel nebulous about issues. You may feel like you want to give up. But I think the universe wants you to have strength, Cancer. Okay? And be like the mountain. Imbibe the mountain. Hey, can you please not do that? Shadow. Stop it. Cancer, release your ex. So there's obviously a stagnant X energy happening here, and that you're trying to break out of. Don't tell me otherwise, I know you are. So by you going to release your X, I think Spirit wants you to. So find some tranquility in all this madness. Get away far from this madding crowd, and find a holistic place of retreat if possible, Cancer. It's eclipses can be very challenging. And they're karmic showstoppers, you know. So use the eclipse energy. You can grow it, you can propel your soul forward, but it's not easy. It's not a walk in the park energy, you know. All right, did I give you your release your ex? I don't think I gave you this. Cancer, sorry. Okay, did I? Protection. You are protected. The sign of the mother gets this card. So, I mean, I hope, I don't know if you got it a second time. If you did, lucky you got 2 cards. If not, you are protected. Or you need to protect someone. But don't take that and exacerbate that emotion of protection into something constricting, into something that that has the potential to feel a bit too much. Okay, Leo. Astrological sign, Leo, Sun ascendant, and it's my sign, my 12th sign, and all the action in my chart seems to be taking place right down there. So let's say Leo, the eclipse is happening on your sign, 11 degrees, Leo. Are you ready for what it is bringing? Are you ready for it, Leo? Alright, we've got the 8 of Swords in reverse, okay? Now, the 8 of Swords is a problematic energy, and here it says interference. So someone is trying to interfere with your ideas, interfere with what you want to put out there, okay? And since this is Swords, I would say this has a lot to do with your thought processes, okay? And you feel extremely restricted, but there is potential for liberation with this, especially since this energy is in reverse. It could mean that you will break out of this constrictive, exploitative scenario, even if you have created it. Even if you have created it, you may feel like finally you can break out of it. Sometimes we just become constricted by our own thoughts, okay? So Leo, this moment of a lack of clarity will pass, and you will be able to break out of this restrictive space. It could also mean, Leo, that you're quarreling with your partner in relationships, okay? Relationships might not be smooth with this 8 of Swords in reverse. It may be quarrels of all kinds. So be ready to shapeshift. Come up here. Be ready to shapeshift with ideas, with situations. Come on. It's all right. Come on. Sit down. Sit down. Okay, so be ready to shapeshift with whatever happens, although you may feel like somebody could also be gossiping about you, okay? So you don't know what is what, and things are shape-shifting in front of you, Leo, and you feel a lack of clarity, which will be cleared up this eclipse on your in the 11th degree of Leo. So use that energy and use whatever you can to clear that up. Now, in your romance department, Leo, you have engagement. So either you're getting engaged or you're going to someone's engagement and you're meeting someone there with whom you may get engaged yourself. So even if you meet someone on the road or someone online, this person could very well be the one for you, even though I see you right now quarreling and being in discord in your present relationship. So there, that's something you need to think about. You need to work. Sorry, there's no place for you now, love. Please sit down on the floor. Look, sit down. Okay, this just popped out for you. Blessed change. So Leo, expect blessed change. Okay, something wondrous is going to change. I'm so happy to get this because this is also a message for me. And right, so something's going to change. Now for the astrological sign of Virgo, the Virgin, the Vestal Virgins, the ultimate High Priestess, the ultimate healer. Whoopsie, Virgo, okay. The ultimate healer, the ultimate social worker, the really good organizer, Virgo, okay. That is absolute Virgo on traits. And let's see what your deck just flew out. My deck just flew out while I was doing this thing. So yeah, energies of Virgo with Saturn in your 5th. I do understand that things could be whoa. They have been. I'm a Virgo ascendant, so I have felt this Saturn move into my 5th quite interestingly, and let me know in the comments below what you felt and how you experienced Saturn in the 5th. Alright, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Virgo. So I see that you're unable to, something has been started, okay? And this is a major arcana card, by the way, so it means that whatever is being said to you is karmic. You can do little to change it. So with the Wheel of Fortune, usually it always means that something has been started that will reach its culmination, and usually the culmination is good. Okay, no matter if you feel pushed and pulled and stretched, the culmination of this popping up is good. Okay, so it's not bad. But here you have this in reverse, which tells me that there could be delays, Virgo. There could be restrictions of all sorts. There could be restrictions that are put on you out of nowhere that you don't even know how they just popped up and how that happened and how that took shape, but it did. Okay, so work could get delayed because of this, and both my dogs have decided to jump on right next to my cards and right next to everything. So I don't know what they're trying to do. Okay, so you may feel a lot of stagnation with this, Virgo. I'm sorry. Let's see how you can work with this energy. Okay, I told you as the cards popped out like that, I was thinking a lot of volatile energies. A lot of volatile energies are going to surface in your life, Virgo. This is like the first, challenging read we've had, really. In terms of love yourself first, like Gemini. I remember Gemini had it. So See if there's anything going on with a Gemini person. Okay, now stop feeling stuck, Virgo. Stop feeling stuck. Work through it. Find a creative outlet. Find something to do. Self-employment. There's something that you're really looking at doing, and believe me, it's so interesting this has popped up for you, because Saturn in the 5th usually means that you can make a money and give structure to something that you're really passionate about, that you like doing. You can totally make money from it when Saturn moves into your 5th house. So self-employment, Virgo, if you're looking at doing something that you really like, then there's not a better time. But now, the next 2.5 years, Saturn traverses your 5th house, and this is so potentially amazing. I am a Virgo ascendant, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this whole proposition of Saturn in the 5th. Even though it can bring constrictions, your love life can feel heavy, your creativity can feel challenged, but if you work with this, and I mean, I have my Saturn in Leo in the 12th house, so I have been working with this energy for long, this constrictive, restrictive Saturn in the 12th. Not a better time than now, when Saturn's in Capricorn in your 5th house, for you to launch a business, for you to really get to the very crux of what it is you desire and what it is you want to do and wish to do, and just do it. It'll get you money. I can tell you that. It'll get you money. Okay. All right. Libra. Astrological sign Libra. Air. Just like the Gemini and Aquarian counterparts. Male. Ruled by Venus. In love with the arts and everything to do with diplomacy. Libra is the 7th house of relationships. So an emphasis on Libra would be an emphasis in relationships and partnerships of all kinds, romantic as well as business. So Libra energy is about making peace, coming together in harmony and creating harmony. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for Libra. Wow. Interesting. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is fire energy, and it has a sense of duality. Look at that, dominion. So this speaks of spirit and matter, and the dominion of creativity over spirit and matter. Now, Two of Wands has been represented by different decks in different ways, and I really like the way this the Thoth Tarot does it. Okay, there's also the emblem of the male right here. So this Two of Wands is a male card. In the Druid deck, it actually has this has a sort of a ethereal figure that's holding on to two rods, and it's almost like a pathway, almost like an initiation into a creative art, into something that you really want to do and something that you really want to accomplish. So Two of Wands, and how interesting that in the Crowley Thought Tarot it's called Dominion. Two of Wands is definitely a doorway, Libra, and you're being initiated into something wondrous if you let it happen. Okay. Where is your oracle? Your Earth oracle for this. There's a wake-up call that's going to come to you, and this doorway will probably open up in a moment of crisis. And it will be up to you if you still decide to walk in through this doorway, you know, this exploration, this sort of creative tension that I see with the Two of Wands, Libra. You could be trying to create something, and there could be exponential growth with this. So there's a past life relationship, Libra. You are the sign of the relationship, 7th house. So there's a past life relationship that's going to come and bam, hit you on the face, whether you like it or not, Libra. So, and okay. forgiveness. So I see a need for you to forgive yourself if you haven't already. Self-forgiveness is an important component of soul evolution. So please forgive yourself. No matter what you hold on within, we all do. We all hold on to pain and grief and stuff within. So just work that out. Now I will move on to the astrological sign Scorpio. Scorpio is probably the most deep sign, a water sign, female, the 8th sign of sensuality, sexuality, occult stuff, secrets, inheritance, other people's money, death, rebirth, all things Plutonic. Pluto rules the 8th house of Scorpio. Mars was the traditional ruler of Scorpio, and Mars has just moved out of Scorpio into Sagittarius. I have been discussing that. I had a special hexagram spread on Facebook, so catch that. Now, Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio from the Crowley Thought Tarot? What do we have? Did the cards just jump out? A lot of reverse cards I see. Wow. This is the 4 of Wands in reverse. Now, as I said, that's the 4 of Wands in reverse, okay? Now, 4 of Wands is about home, Scorpio. It's about security. 4s are foundation. So 4 of Wands is about the home, the hearth, the place where you feel secure, a place where you feel loved and wanted. Maybe you are trying to create that foundation. I see that with a lot of people. They are trying to create that. They're trying to get that perfect home, get that perfect family, and live that perfect life. So with this in reverse, I do see that family life could be quite challenging for you, Scorpio. Okay, I do see a lot of conflicts that could potentially pop up for you. There could be problems with your relationships and your work life. Just delays, a lot of restrictive energy is what I sense around Scorpio. Jupiter's in there. Jupiter's amplifying these energies. Now understand that Jupiter amplifies whatever it touches. So we usually see Jupiter as this great benefit, but Jupiter will also amplify any negative energies and take those and amplify those as well as the positives. So it's important to understand what is being triggered for you and why do you feel like you're not blessed. Why do you feel like you're not wanted? So I see that you need self-work, Scorpio, and your oracle is ancestors. You are the sign of ancestors and past lives and stuff. This is a message that's coming from you to you from your ancestors, and there's something in that that you need to figure out, and that could be a reason why you feel that you're not blessed. You may feel like you're cursed. Okay, so I don't know why I feel a sense of that. It could even be stuff, really heavy ancestral stuff that you have to work through. I don't know, I can't really comment on general videos, but if you want more clarification, then book a reading with me. Okay, in your love life, Scorpio, we have finances and career. So do you see how everything is tying itself up? You feel delay, stagnation, creativity loss. You feel okay, there's this ancestral message coming to you, which you will have to work with. I don't know how that is going to happen. You may be able to reverse this energy once you really understand what this energy means. And finances and career, so that's a big part of why your love life is not the way it's meant to be, or why you feel challenged with what's going on. Pay attention, Scorpio. Pay attention to what's going on. okay? And the answers are there. The answers are within you. Look within you, okay? Just don't stress out about anything. Don't feel pressurized. Don't feel lost, okay? You are very brave, deep, and let the transformations take place. Don't feel down like that, okay? Sagittarius next. Fire sign, my sister sign, Sagittarius. And Mars has just moved into Sagittarius. Young sign, Joie de vivre, as I said, rambunctious, open, adventurous, very deep, experimental, hates being tied down, wants to explore the world, wants to explore reality, wants adventures, wants is very experimental in bed. So Sagittarius, and Mars in Sagittarius right now, so it's giving us all a gusto of positive energy. What do we have for you, Sag? And we have the card of Leo in reverse. So Sag, as I began saying that this is the sister sign of Leo, this is the card that popped up for you from the major arcana, which is the card of Leo and strength in reverse. And what I feel is that Sag people usually don't need anyone to tell them that this is right or this is wrong or this is how it is or this is how it is not. They pretty much make all the decisions, right? They're very open about that. They're very how shall I say, I won't say hedonistic, because they can tend to get a bit out of bounds if they really don't channel their Sagittarius energy. They may get out of bounds, but generally Sagittarians are all about being helpful, being friendly, being adventurous. They're the light and soul of the party. Everybody wants to be their friend. You can call them out. They're your 4am friends. Will have a good placement of planets in Sagittarius. So this is a sign that that knows strength, that knows and it's very lusty also. In the Crowley Thought Tarot, it's called lust, because Ojas or this Kundalini Shakti from which the sexual energy emanates is the Kundalini Shakti. The union between male and female polarities is the commingling of Shiva Shakti, okay? The coming together of polarities. So now with lust in reverse, I see that you are right now very tormented and you have a lack of courage. You feel like you don't have the strength to carry on anymore. I don't know why. In Feb, you should be full of gusto, Sag. I don't know why this popped up for you, but let's see what else pops up. But alright. Maybe you feel extremely passionate about someone who is not paying that kind of same intensity of love, emotions, or whatever. It's time to reflect on things, on the year gone by. Maybe you are beginning your year a bit slow, some Sagittarius out there, and it's time to reflect on what has come, what has gone, on what is coming. It's very important to understand where we come from, because only then can we truly appreciate where we are going, where we are headed. Okay, if we understand the wounds that have brought us to this point, we are so much more able to handle the future and what it brings. So reflect on what you need to reflect on, right? Sag. Now, Sag, in your love life, what do you have in your love life? You've got, stay optimistic about your love life. Mars is a very sexual planet. So Mars in Sagittarius, if you're ascendant Sag or Sun Moon to a lesser degree, then you will really feel this vroom energy, this, going forward with very lusty, very provocative. Mars will make a Sagittarian more provocative. So optimism, for some of you, you have to cultivate that no matter how depressing things get. At the end of the day, I don't need to tell you that. It's a jungle out there if you're dating. Since I work with couples, I know how it is. So be optimistic about what's coming, no matter what it brings. I look at relationships like that. I tell people that don't label anything, don't put unrealistic expectations on anything. Who knows what tomorrow brings? Who knows what can come of it, right? So that's something. Pay attention. I think Virgo's got, a Libran's got, pay attention. Not sure, just check back in the video, but pay attention to what's going on. This may not be a negative way, like, oh, pay attention to the red flags, but this could be more, since your love oracle said be optimistic about your love life. I would say that pay attention to who pops up, because someone has the potentiality to pop up, and then you might be right there to recognize it. Okay, so that was, I think, yeah, that was for Sagittarius. Okay, now we move on to Capricorn, which is a much talked about sign. Please do read my blog if you haven't. Just do a Tinaheals Google and you will be able to find my blog, my writing. So let's see, we have Capricorn, Saturn's in Capricorn, and what's going on? What's going on with Saturn and Capricorn? If your sun has been affected, okay, this just popped up, and it's 3 of Wands, virtue. What's with all the wand cards today? What's with all the fire sign with this eclipse coming up on the 31st of January? What's with all this wand, fire energy? Sag, we just had Sag, this Capricorn Earth, and you get 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands could be you coming together and creating something for your community. It's an art project, okay, or a creative project. Could be something that you really like to do, and finally you get to doing it, okay, and you have this sudden newfound confidence that, okay, now I have been doing my research, I have been looking at things, and now I finally feel like I can go out there and execute it, okay. I've looked at this, I've looked at that, I have finally found what I want to do and how I want to do it, and this is how. Now you have confidence. See, with this 3 of Wands is about realization of goals, definitely. So it's really holistically, threes are all about coming together beyond the coupling of the two. Threes are mind, body, spirit, the geometry of the triangle, geometry of ascension. The Merkaba is also triangles, and the Sri Yantra is also the 9 interlocking triangles. So the triangle is a very interesting aspect, and since we've got the 3 of Wands, and 3 of Wands could really mean so much. Long-term projects, communication which is enhanced, just really good confidence, okay. Like, this is a time when you're gonna finally have a lot of confidence, Capricorn, and Saturn's in your sign, asking you to do all the hard work. So yeah, so there's a wake-up call that's coming your way if you've been avoiding something, but I don't need to card to tell you that. With Saturn, there's always a wake-up call coming. If you've not been doing your homework, you will be punished, okay? Now, this popped up for you, Capricorn. There's attraction to someone. I don't know who that is, but you are going to feel the wild, passionate attraction towards someone, okay? Capricorn, I'm really happy for you, okay? Really, really happy for you. Capricorn. Now, moving on to the 11th sign of Aquarius. The sign is in Aquarius. There's going to be a new moon in Aquarius, which is also again another eclipse, a solar eclipse this time, and it's again, this is the last year of the Aquarius Leo eclipses, and that has these eclipses have taught us a lot on how to take individuation onto the world stage, and so much really. So Aquarius, some of my favorite people in the world are Aquarians, so let's get right to your message. Knight of Wands, again we've got like crazy fire energy happening. So Knights are about going forward. They are the Yang energy. They are about impulse to create, impulse to grow forward. But Aquarius somewhere with the Knight of Wands being in reverse, this could be delays in travel. Knight of Wands is also could mean travel. This could be a conflict about a creative project. This could play out in very many ways actually. And Capricorn, the thing for you to understand with this energy is that no matter how challenged things get, don't get hot-headed, okay? Don't get hot-headed. Don't feed into the impulse of a war or a fight or a conflict with someone. You may feel a lack of passion, and now the Knight of Wands has a lot to do with passion, has a lot to do with that male impulse to possess. So with this being in reverse, I do see that you may be tending to avoid extreme passion in some ways. For some of my Capricorns out there, you could be purposely trying to avoid interaction, excitement, adventure, because you feel scared, you feel unable to open up. And Saturn does make you more restrictive, makes you more serious in your whole approach to life. But hey, sometimes you've just got to explore, but don't give into reckless behavior, because with the Knight of Wands in reverse, there's always this energy that could become reckless. Okay. Capricorn, your Earth Oracle today is Winter Solstice Reflection. Just like your the sign before, I think Sag. So it's time to reflect on what you have sown over the winter times. Now you will really need to look at make the effort, Capricorn. If there's someone in your life and you're really interested in them, make the effort. That's what I'm getting. Because yes, if you have Venus in Capricorn and then Saturn enters and Saturn makes a conjunction, you may fall in love with someone older, more Saturn-like, and it may be forever, maybe intense. Capricorn, make a wish. Please make a wish this Leo super blue blood moon eclipse. Okay, make a wish. Use the lunar phases for manifestation. They work really well. Okay, so alright, what do we have? I think I'm almost about to finish. Oh, that was Aquarius, was that? I think that was Aquarius, and I kept saying Capricorn. Whoops, that was Aquarius. So sorry. So all that, this is for Aquarius, winter solstice. This make the effort is for Aquarius. So Aquarius, make the effort, okay? Since there's this whole issue that popped out, let me just quickly do the Aquarius read again. Okay, I'm sorry, it was my fault. So we had that, was perfect. Let me just pull for you from here. Aquarius, February 2018. Ebb and flow. Time to flow, Aquarius. Okay, don't forget the old oracle of reflecting on what you have, on what you've created. But flow, go with the flow. You deserve love. It's beautiful. I really like this card. It's quite beautiful. It's like a female Cupid putting the arrow of love in your heart. Okay. Pay attention popped up again. Can you believe it? Aquarius. Okay, now I'm ready to end my reading. And guess who I end with? Pisces. My moon is on the 11th degree of Pisces. And my partner of 15 years has his moon, has his Venus and Mars in Pisces. So that is a lot of Pisces. You know, my brother has his moon in Pisces. There's a lot going on in my family with Pisces and Neptune. So Pisces, what do I have for you here? What do I have for you? Wow, Knight of Swords, really good, and not reverse card for once. Swords, clarity, impulse to move forward, clarity of thought, clarity of understanding what you want and really executing it out there, clarity to move forward with any interviews. This is excellent for interviews, it's excellent for examinations, it's excellent for any kind of debate. Okay, so yeah, I see definitely a movement here. You are going to be more articulate, maybe more intelligent. This could be a person coming into your life. Pisces, in the most literal sense, an air sign man. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, coming into your life, who's articulate, who has the right things, he knows what to say, he has the right ideas, he impresses you, and you're ready to look at life from a new point of view. Okay, so very intelligent, very impetuous, very almost like, hey, let's get up at 2 in the night and go hiking, go climb up a mountain and look at the stars above kind of energy, right? So I know that Pisces, you guys don't like that. You're like, oh my god, is this okay? Oh, you know, and you tend to hide away, but don't do that if this person comes out. Make sure what you look for in the desert is not mirages. Don't create mirages, because if you get tired, we see things that are not there in the desert. So understand that, understand what you see. And Pisces always has a way of hallucinating and dropping out of reality. Believe me, I know that. I have my moon there and I am a total space cadet. Okay, I have a lot of Neptune placements, a lot of Neptune happening. I also have Neptune square my ascendant, but so I understand Neptune placements really well. So let this Knight of Swords bring in this radical energy. If it's not a person, then Pisces, it could be a radical change in your lifestyle. It could also be a flying. It could be you going from one place to the other, flying there. You know. So keep that in mind. Pisces. Wake up call. Oh. All right. Oh no, it's just not happening. Wait. Alright. Okay. Solitude. Being the 12th sign, the most spiritual sign, Pisces, you understand solitude. I give you that. But make sure that you use this solitude in the right way and not isolate yourself and just become lonely. That's not something you want to do, Pisces. And with this eclipses that will be popping up, make sure to get flirt. I love this card. So be lighthearted, be open, be happy, Pisces. Don't let things bring you down. Don't let them pull you down. Don't let them disrupt your natural psychic flow. Break free. There's something in your life that needs to go, Pisces. There. So that was the tarot reading for the 12 astrological signs. And if you don't know about me, then please do Google Tinaheals. All my work will come curated, my blogs in various places, my Instagram, my Twitter. Support me, fund me, write to me if there's anything, and you can book your own sessions with me. I use a lot of modalities, and I appear as a support structure in your life. So try that out and let me know if you want me to be a part of your journey. Thank you, and I'm going to end with a bit of recitation from the Prajnaparamita Sutra of Buddhism. This is written for Prajnaparamita, which is the ultimate wisdom. Okay, and this is called the Heart Sutra. Recitation of this opens your heart chakra. Okay, so thank you for being here. Share this video, and much thank you. Te ate om gate para samyate bodhi soha. Te ate om gate para samyate bodhi soha. Te ate 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 gate para samyate bodhi soha. Thank you. Bye.